In a chilling exploration, YouTuber Joe Weller and his friend Elliot dive into one of the UK's eeriest abandoned buildings, a former nursing home with a long and layered past. Originally a millionaire's manor, later a boys' school, and eventually a care facility, the building's history alone is enough to make anyone uneasy. But as they'd soon learn, the past wasn't the only thing lingering in the shadows that night. Known for his mix of adventure content and haunted location videos, Joe is no stranger to risky urban explorations. But from the very beginning, something about this location felt off.
Why does this one feel so vile?
Yeah, man.
It's not peaceful energy, is it?
Alright then, big boys. Time to play.
Oh, there's a direct way in.
Direct entrance. We're in. Oh, shit.
Horrendous.
Hello?
What was that?
Oh my.
The energy was thick, the air freezing cold, and the silence unusually heavy. As they ventured through crumbling halls and past decaying rooms, Joe and Elliot stumbled across what appeared to be remnants of dark rituals, strange symbols and objects suggesting someone may have used the space for more than just shelter. As they explored deeper, things took a disturbing turn.
I don't like being in pitch black in here. But there's people outside. Oh, they're leaving. They're leaving.
Are you f***ing joking? That's gotta be security, bruv. What the f*** is that? What the f*** is that?
They began to hear movement outside, flashlights slicing through the darkness. Someone was on the property. Whether it was security or someone else, they couldn't be sure. Hoping to avoid detection,
We are back in.
I think we try and go upstairs as discreetly as possible and try and look out the front window to see if we can see what's going on.
Okay. God, look at this fucking shit. This was someone's home. Oh, Jesus. This really is the stuff of fucking nightmares. Right.
Keep going, Doctor. Doctor, why are you slowing down? Keep it going.
Oh my God, I've lost my phone. Mate, it might be in the bath.
they hid in the overgrown garden, completely still and silent. Eventually, with the coast seemingly clear, they crept back inside and tried to assess the situation from a second-floor window. But the lights returned. Whoever was out there wasn't just passing by. They were looking for someone. Bright beams shone through broken windows.
The thing is, we have no idea who is actually outside. We're thinking it's security, but what if it is a gun-toting farmer? Someone that's had enough of people coming in this abandoned building.
Joe and Elliot realized they were being hunted, not just watched. They remained hidden, careful not to make a sound. Thoughts raced. Was this security? Or perhaps someone far more dangerous, angry at trespassers? The idea of a gun-toting landowner wasn't far-fetched in their minds. After what felt like an eternity, they managed to slip away undetected and made it back to their car, the adrenaline finally starting to wear off. But the strangest moment came the next day.
To set the scene, we are currently at the top of the stairs on the landing. Our torches are off and there is absolutely no light coming from anywhere. Now look at this. Right, at first I'm just like, oh, is it a phone screen? Like, Elliot's got his phone out. He's not got his phone out. And secondly, this is what his phone background is. Lock screen and home screen, right? This thing has got like a reddy blue outer glow and it's changing shape. It's like morphing in midair as it floats around. Bruv, like, sorry, like, what is that? Now, in the moment, we didn't see or notice this with our eyes. That red dot, by the way, is a dead pixel in the camera, so that is consistently always there.
While reviewing his footage, Joe spotted something bizarre. On the upstairs landing, with no lights on and their torches off, something appears in the frame. A glowing orb, bluish red in color, morphing and floating midair. It wasn't a phone screen, and it didn't match any light sources they had. To Joe, it resembled documented ghost orbs he'd later research online. Was this a simple camera glitch? A trick of the lens? Or had they unknowingly captured a true paranormal manifestation? For Joe, it was unlike anything he'd seen in all his previous explorations. Combined with the real-world fear of being caught, or worse, this trip left a lasting impact. Do you think they encountered something paranormal? Or was the orb just a camera artifact? And who do you think was outside? Security, or something far more sinister? And speaking of chilling encounters, this next story takes us deep into Brazil, where Luca and Yuri from the channel Cazadores das Sombras explore a location that proves far more intense than they expected. Known for investigating eerie legends and venturing into some of the most haunted sites in the country, the duo has built a reputation for confronting the unknown and sharing it all with their growing audience. In this episode, they travel to an abandoned orphanage. The original goal was simple: document the building's decaying structure and capture the haunting atmosphere left behind. But what began as a routine exploration quickly escalated. On August 5th, 2021, Luca and Yuri arrived at the location fully prepared, bringing along equipment for both safety and documentation.
Onde?
Quatro botinhas. Eu esqueci a foto, uma botinha de criança, ó.
É pior, hein, velho? Olha aí.
Entra aqui.
Vou entrar, bora. Pega a frente aí.
Isso, mano.
Você tá vendo?
Tá vendo, Pedro?
Ô, Natan.
Que é aquilo, mano?
Mano, o que é aquilo? É ela, velho, é ela. Vai, mano, vem. Calma.
Yet, only moments after stepping onto the property, they noticed something was off. Their initial sweep revealed strange signs, unusual movement in the distance, and before long, they caught a glimpse of what appeared to be a figure. Tension surged. The figure seemed out of place. With adrenaline rising, they pressed forward, not willing to turn back just yet.
Eu vi mesmo. Eu vi de longe, eu vi ela junto com o Yuri também. Tem alguma coisa aqui? Cuidadora, você tá com você? Tô vindo.
Barulho de choro? Tá vindo daqui, ó. Parou, parece.
Parou.
É aqui mesmo.
Mano, como não tem nada aqui, velho? Tem escutado também? Eu escutei, mano. Oh.
Cautiously, they made their way inside, determined to find out whether they had encountered another person, or something harder to explain. But once indoors, the scene changed completely. The figure had vanished. No signs of movement. No sound. Nothing. The silence was absolute, and it felt as if whoever or whatever they saw had simply disappeared. Instead of retreating, they shifted their focus. If what they'd seen was something supernatural, they wanted to establish contact. They called out into the darkness and began an attempt to reach whatever might still linger in the shadows of the orphanage.
Tem alguém aqui? Mano, tem batida. Ô, Rian! Ali, mano, sai! Ô, Rian, tinha alguma coisa aqui, velho. Quem tá aí? Ô, Rian, vem comigo, mano, vem comigo. Tem alguém aí? Ô, Rian, não tem ninguém, velho. Tinha alguém aqui olhando nós, mano.
Soon, unexplained noises followed. Distant banging, strange voices, subtle shifts in air pressure. It became clear that something was responding. While they couldn't confirm what they were encountering, the building no longer felt empty. After one final walkthrough, the mysterious presence never reappeared. But by then, one thing was clear. They weren't alone that night. Whether it was a spirit, a hidden individual, or something in between, the risk of confrontation was too high. They decided to exit, prioritizing caution over escalation. The encounter raises questions about what they actually saw. Was it a restless spirit tied to the building's past? A person using the abandoned site for unknown reasons? Or perhaps even a setup meant to scare off intruders? The absence of physical evidence only deepens the mystery. What do you think happened in that orphanage? Was it a paranormal presence, someone trying to send a message, or just an illusion heightened by fear and darkness? Speaking of unexpected encounters, this final case takes a sharp turn from the usual. It comes from Fighter Explore, a TikTok account best known for showcasing daring firefighter rescues. But in a video posted on August 18, 2024, the footage had nothing to do with flames and everything to do with fear. The video features three friends exploring a massive, derelict building. Drawn by the building's haunting atmosphere and hoping to film its decaying structure, the group expected a simple, eerie adventure. At first, that's exactly what they got, until something small but strange disrupted everything.
It's a lot more scarier. So let's walk down here. No way. Get back. Did you see that? What was it? There was...
Someone screaming. Fuck's sake. Come on, let's go.
What do you mean, bro? That just moved on its own. What was it?
Rob, off you go.
Nah, that just moved on its own.
Probably just fucking fell or something.
What, fell? It was in the middle of the floor and it just got scarted over there. Where are they though? It's light down here. Hello?
Well, don't turn your back on anything. Oh, I've got the quivers.
Hello? Where was that?
Rob's on it.
No, Rob's on it.
Hello?
Hello?
This is weird. Hello? You alright?
While walking down one of the darker hallways, the group noticed an object shift across the floor on its own. There was no obvious explanation. No wind, no visible cause. It seemed to just move. Initially, they dismissed it. Maybe debris had fallen. Maybe a draft had done it. But the tension started to rise. Then, they heard something.
You alright? You end up punching someone.
Can you help me?
Go in there.
What do you mean, bro?
What's
I
happened?
need help. I need...
What's happened? What's the matter? What's wrong with you? Do you need an ambulance?
Hey, bro, this is spooky, bro. This is fucked. Bro, please stop screaming at us. Jesus Christ. What if she's possessed or something, bruv? She keeps switching in and out of these mad moods. She's talking to us one minute and now she's screaming at us.
Why are you screaming like that for?
Something wrong with me.
She say something wrong with
I think so, yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I've never actually seen someone like this before. How long have you been here?
Leave.
Well, stand up then. Let's go. Let's get you out.
Can't.
What do you mean you can't?
What's your name?
This is a trap.
What do you mean it's a trap?
Getting trapped.
What's your fucking facts? Your name?
I need help.
How can we help you though?
I'm
Keep
stuck.
fucking screaming at us. We should call the ambulance. Paramedics or something.
Have you got service on the phone? Because
Faint movement from an adjacent room. Peering inside, they spotted a girl kneeling on the floor, silent, still, and completely out of place. They called out, unsure whether she was hurt or in distress. At first, she seemed responsive, mumbling for help, but then her behavior began to change. She became erratic, shifting from quiet to screaming. Her words made little sense. Her mood flipped with no warning. One moment lucid, the next unrecognizable. The group tried to stay calm, asking who she was, offering to help her out of the building. But she refused to move, claimed she couldn't, said strange things about traps, being stuck, being watched. The fear shifted from concern to something deeper. Despite the confusion and rising panic, they managed to call emergency services. The camera cuts shortly after. No updates were ever posted, no follow-up from the account. Just a chilling silence and a dozen unanswered questions. What exactly happened inside that building? Was she mentally unwell, stranded, and in need of help? Or was this something more scripted, an elaborate performance meant to go viral? Some viewers point to her erratic behavior as evidence of possession or psychological breakdown. Others think it was a setup, either by the girl herself or the creators of the video. But if it was real, it's one of the more disturbing encounters caught on tape. Was this an abandoned soul in need of help? Or a staged encounter meant to trap attention? Whatever the truth is, the look on their faces says enough. And some places are better left unexplored. That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.